Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this afternoon to the Mellon Arena, where the 2004 Penguin Cup, Jeff Morrow, along with my good friend Al Pawlowski, the head coach of Deer Lakes. Al's seen these teams many times over the past few years, so he's going to be able to give us some expert analysis as he did it last year's state finals and Penguin Cup. Al, we're back here again, and every year it seems like it's Serra, but Somerset is here for the first time. You played that team. What's going on over there?
Well, we've played both of these teams during the year, and they were definitely the two toughest teams we played. We had more problems with these two teams than any others we played during the year. Somerset, they remind me a little bit of the Westmont team from last year, except they've got a Hemi engine installed with Roush, Eddie, and Ziegler with the scoring that they have. But they're both very systematic teams. They're both teams that play a great team game, and they're both well coached, with Mr. Ziegler over there at Somerset. It's the same as having Artie McQuillan at the helm.
Well, Cliff Ziegler, if you don't know, played in these state playoffs back in the early to mid-'70s, and he had a heartbreaking experience with South Park. They lost the day before the state finals to the Gateway team, and then Gateway went on to the state finals and lost to Abington. One thing with Somerset, Wes Kramer was just outstanding against Quaker Valley, Al. This kid was a question mark coming into the playoffs. He had a great game. How important is it for Wes to play well today?
Well, I think that's going to be the key for the team, because when I looked at Somerset, I thought the only weakness that they might have is in goaltending. They're strong up front with the forwards. They got a strong, solid defense. But after watching the game with Quaker Valley last weekend, Wes Kramer was outstanding. And if he can come up with the same type of game, I look for an upset. I think Serra has to be the favorite. They've been here before. They've got the kid in goal, Timmy Johnson, who is like a stone wall. But I really feel if Kramer comes through, that the type game that Somerset plays, they're not going to make a lot of mistakes and let a Serra team capitalize.
Well, interestingly enough, the winner of this game moves on to play Radnor. And Radnor's going there for the third time, the defending single-A state champions. We're going to have Ed Riddy Jr., Ed Riddy III, right? Ed Riddy Jr. is the assistant coach, and maybe he might let Dave Cook come on with us too. We're not sure about that. But, Radnor's an outstanding team. But how much of this is looking ahead, or are these teams really pretty focused about what's going on today?
Well, I hope they're focused, because I think the team that isn't focused today is going to, end up not going on. I think it's going to be that close of a game, in my opinion.
Okay, Serra Catholic has been here before. Timmy Johnson, I was joking with Ed Riddy III about this game between Springfield and Serra a couple years ago. Was what just really the start of this thing, but they beat Pennsbury the first year. Then they went on and they won a miraculous game against Springfield the next year, where they came down from 3 goals down. Then they moved on to what I think was one of the finest state finals against Radnor 2 years ago, that was, and lost 5-4, and Radnor had it all their way that day. But Timmy Johnson was just outstanding. And what does Timmy Johnson mean to Serra hockey?
I think everything. I saw the kid play in his first varsity game. In fact, he was put in. They pulled their starting goaltender about halfway through a game with Deer Lakes. And in that game, we had scored a number of goals on their starter. They put Timmy Johnston in, and he stoned us. He definitely stoned us. I've never seen the kid play a bad game. Never.
Well, you know what? Maybe you'll be credited for his fine start in high school hockey.
Maybe.
Okay, Serra Catholic also, Ryan Noon on the back line. Outstanding defenseman. But Lou Bash, Manning, Gillis have really picked it up for Serra.
Yeah, I mean, they have the smart players. They have the kids at the playoff experience. I think Noon is a real factor back there, probably one of the best offensive defensemen there are.
Okay, we're going to bring you the action coming up next. Somerset, the Eagles, here for the first time. And the Serra Catholic Eagles. The Eagles are going to win today, right, Al?
Well, one way or the other, yeah, the Eagles will come out on top.
Okay, we're bringing...
Here are your Serra Catholic Eagles. Number 0, Matt Radovic. Number 6, Tony Duco. Number 22, Justin Lubash. Number 34, Steve Colby. Number 38, Roman Oliver. Number 40, Ryan Noon. Number 44, Steve Bruhalla. Number 73, Alex Buschek. Number 85, Joshua Jones. Number 88, Timmy Johnson. Number 90, Raymond Number 93, Philip Ipkovich. And number 96, Joey Manning. The Eagles are coached by head coach Tom Mooney and assistant coaches Ed Figgis and Tom McElhaney. And now, is Somerset here? I can't hear you. Here are your Somerset Golden Eagles. Number 5, Chad Fritz. Number 6, Cullen Eddy. Number 7, Brett Ziegler. Number 10, Matthew Hay. Number 11, Jonathan Davey. Number 13, Jordan Roy. Number 14, Derek Lyons. Number 15, Alex Olson. Number 22, Matthew Rauch. Number 34, William Hoffman. Number 37, Josh Barrett. Number 39, Eric DiLoretto. Number 44, Chris Park. And number 47, Raymond Flower. The head coach of Somerset, Fritz Ziegler. Assistant coach, Matt Cabrak. The officials for today's game, referees Norm Foss and Dave Donatelli. The linesmen, Bill Kelly and Jack Hayes. Goal judges, Paul Plinta and Ed Schultz. Time.
Al, that was a stirring rendition of the national anthem. That young lady, they should hire her forever.
Great voice.
Okay, what to look for early here, Al? You know, Serra usually plays a pretty patient game. I think Somerset's a little patient. What do you think?
They're both systematic teams, and I think they're probably both going to play it pretty close to the vest at first. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of dump into the zone and let the other team make the first mistake kind of play.
Okay. All right, well, the teams are gathering around their benches, and they're going to have a little bit of ceremonial stuff here.
Of the first puck at center ice. Dropping the puck today from U.S. Hockey, Mr. Roger Serra.
Serra Catholic, you know, they had a little bit of a problem there in the middle of the year. John Mooney stepped on, his brother Tom stepped in. This is the same old Serra.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a Mooney's team, you know. Obviously the younger brother, I think it is coaching. Tommy's the older brother. Okay, he's taken over the reins, but, you know, I'm sure that everything he's learned and done with John at Serra is being continued. You know, you don't fix it if it isn't broke.
Well, Tom Mooney played Division I hockey. He went to Notre Dame. He was a fine player in his own right over Thomas Jefferson. This is before in the old South Penn League. And Johnny, of course, is storied, went on to Colorado College. These guys know hockey, Al. I mean, there's no question about it. When they took that Serra program, they completely turned it around, and they built a winner.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, that was a program that was struggling back in the early 80s and through the mid-80s, and, you know, they've basically turned it around. They definitely are hockey men.
Well, Somerset, this is their first time here. Little nervousness, Al?
Well, I think Cliff's probably just going to say, what do you have to lose? You know, we have nothing to lose. We're probably being looked at here as the underdogs, so just go out and play your game. And if you play as well as you've done all year, that should carry you through. So I'm sure there's a little bit of nerves, but, you know, I think these kids are confident. They know they've accomplished a lot to get here this year, and, you know, hopefully they'll carry through.
I think one of the kids I was looking for a big game for Somerset today was a freshman, Cullen Eddy. I mean, he scored 2 beautiful goals against Quaker Valley.
Yeah, and I think that he may have a little more room. You know, you've got to look at Serra possibly shadowing a player like Ziegler.
Right.
And that should give some more room on the ice for both Roush and Eddy.
Okay, looks like Coach Cliff Ziegler's going to step his top line out here. And Serra, right as Al predicted, they're going to go with Tony Duco, Philip Ivkovich, and Steve Gruhal on the right wing. So they're mixing it up right away.
Well, this is maybe a little bit of a surprise. You know, they're not matching #1 lines against each other. So, you know, maybe that's obviously what they want the second line to do for Serra, is basically play a checking game.
Looks like Serra's going to go sort of a truck. Here's Eddy in on goal. Oh, good play by Noon. Billy Hoffman keeps it in for Somerset as we're early on here in the first period. Grajala picks it up for Serra, and he's in over the blue line. Grajala is going to just shove it to the net, and Wes Kramer handles it. Very interesting. Serra comes out there almost like a 0-5. They had all 5 guys back.
Yeah, well, obviously I don't think anybody wants to make the first mistake. They don't want to make the mistake that's going to give the first goal up. And I think that was a smart play there, you know, by Wes Kramer. Hold the puck, slow it down, get it set up in your end.
Okay, here's Ryan Noon back at the point. He's going to move it on behind the net to Lubash. Lubash kicks it over there to Gillison. Front shot, score! Joey Manning! And Serra strikes quickly. 14:26 of the first period. Great passing play.
Yeah, I was just about to say that slot is wide open. They had Manning open in the slot, and someone came up and picked him up late. So, you know, they're going to have to get a little tighter in their defensive zone.
Well, that went right through the 5-hole, and I'm not sure who scored that, but we're going to get the announcement. And Serra's hopping already.
The Serra Catholic Eagles goal scored by number 96.
Yeah, it was Joe Manning. Okay, there's a shot to the slant, and Serra looks a little nervous here early on. Here's Lubash in behind the net. And it's picked up there, and it's cleared out by Serra, but not out. Here's Lubash. Lubash down in his own zone. Shoots it out in front. Here's Gillis. Gillis with that puck, and it's all Serra early on here. Back shot to the front of the net. Gillis in front. Oh, he shot it wide. Here's Lubash in front. Oh, and it's cleared out. And a great play there by Woy to keep the puck out of the net. Excuse me, that was Chris Park. Puck cleared around. And it's out of the zone, and we're going to have a face-off. Boy, good chance to go up 2-0.
Again, somebody cycled toward the slot, and a Somerset player came in a little bit late, and they're kind of lucky that he shot it over the net. Somerset looks pretty tentative right now. They really need to step it up a notch.
Okay, Duco's going to step in against Ziegler. Billy Hoffman's going to be back there for Somerset, and he's going to clear it up the boards. Eludes Josh Jones, and he's back into his own end. Jones going to clear it up the boards. Good play there by Duco, but Brett Ziegler's going to get there first, over to Roush. And a good defensive play there by Serra Catholic because it's cleared out the center. Here's Hoffman up with it. And he's just going to clear it back up into the Serra zone, but Stephen Colby is over there for Serra. Ivkovic in a battle, and we're going to have a face-off. How important now, Somerset, the first goal, obviously the game's not over, but they have to settle down and they have to get into their game plan now.
Definitely. As I said, I think they seemed a little bit tentative, and you know, that turned against them there. They're going to have to hold their own blue line a little bit tougher, though. I think on that last play, the defenseman Davies was way off the blue line. I know they're worried about this quick breaking out Serra team, but they could have kept the puck in there if he's on his own blue line.
There's Hoffman, shoots it to the net, and Timmy Johnson has his first handle, and that's the first shot on goal for Somerset. Looks like Cliff Ziegler is going to live and die with this big line, but they've had some scoring on the other lines here. Eric DiLoretto has pitched in with 25 points this season. He looks like a big player for Somerset. Okay, puck one, there's Duco, and he's going to clear it up the boards and out. Back for it's Billy Hoffman and John Davies shouting instructions. Hoffman's going to clear it over to Matt Roush, and Roush is going to move it up to Cullinetti. Into the Serra Catholic zone, and there's Ryan Noon, and he interferes, and there's nothing called. Here's Davies. Davies at the point, makes a move, takes it on. Oh, and a great save by Timmy Johnson on a redirection by Ziegler.
That just shows you the type of goaltender Timmy Johnson is. That's all reaction there. That's all reaction, just moving to you know, where he anticipates the puck's going to be. But it was a great play with Davies walking to the net and getting it to the net, and a redirection by Ziegler. But Johnson again, the stone wall.
Now you can see why Ziegler scored 57 goals. I mean, that was a great redirection. Face off in the Somerset zone. We had a high stick on the play. Noon keeps it in for Serra, and he dumps it behind the net. There's Gillis. Gillis met there by Chad Pritz, but Gillis, quick little forward. Very impressed with his play last week. Here's Lubash up with it, and he moves it around. A good play by Pritz, who'll get it over to Eric DiLoretto, just clears it up and into the Serra zone. Looks like we're going to have an icing call.
Fans, today's game is being brought.
Experienced line, Hay, DiLoretto, and Woy for Somerset, that second line. They're going to play a big part in this game. We'll touch upon that in a minute. Here's Gillis, and he's just a pest down there. Always after that puck. Gillis moves it in front of the net. And a good play by Ziegler to clear. Here's Eddie up into the zone. He just dumps it away. Good play there. Here comes Roush up with it. Roush trying to get that puck. Moves it down behind to Ziegler. But Noon's going to clean up his own end. Here's Ryan Noon, just clears it high off the glass and out of the zone. Billy Hoffman regroups it. Over to Davies. Davies moves it up along to Ziegler, and he's hit there by Colby. Good work down low by Serra as they're just clogging up their own end. Here's it. Roush up into the zone. He's going to clear it in, and we're going to have an offside call. Looks like they're trying to bump the Somerset first line there, Al.
Well, I think, the idea is play a physical game against them and slow them down. I think, Serra realizes that's the line they have to worry about. That's the line that they have to keep off the scoreboard. If they're successful in doing that, then they should pull the game out.
Okay, Hay takes the face-off against Duco. And it's won there by Serra and cleared up into the crowd. Stephen Colby's a kid that we don't talk a lot about. Has been here for 4 years for Serra. Good physical presence, pretty steady player back on that blue line for Serra. And they seem to be matching him up against Ziegler.
Yeah, he's one of the unsung heroes for that team. A kid that does a lot. Maybe doesn't get a lot of press, not a lot of note about him. But, obviously he's a major reason why they've been a powerhouse over the last half dozen years. Okay, good play by Di Loretto to clear the zone, and Noon's going to just move it back to Josh Jones. 11:06 here, remaining in the first period. 1-0 Serra Catholic. Noon picks up that puck, but he loses the handle, but gets it into the Somerset zone. Backford cleared out, but Lubash gets the puck. Lubash is going to take a wrist shot, and it's blocked by Di Loretto. Di Loretto up with it, and he's going to try to clear the zone, but Lubash is up with it again for Serra. Matt Hay after it. Lubash is going to get there first, but Hay beats him to the puck. Good move. Oh, and a big body check there by Josh Jones. He throws the weight around. Here comes Gillis. 2-on-1. Moves it over to Noon. Oh! And Manning lost the handle on the puck. Good chance for Serra and a better. And that's I think Somerset dodged the bullet there, Al. Yeah, they definitely did. I think if he would have dropped the puck to the trailer, they would have had a much greater scoring chance. Yeah, 3-on-1 chance, and we'll try to remember that. Here's Ziegler up with it. Ziegler's going to skate that puck in the neutral zone. And he's up with it, and he banks it off the skate of Tony Duco. And Serra is playing very solid, smart defense here. Puck moved up and into the seats. One thing about it defensively, the Serra Catholic Eagles, they look to be playing smart and very, very disciplined defense back there. They're not moving around a lot, but they're playing good position now. Well, I think that's the key. I mean, if you play position, then you don't have to, have a big bench. You don't have to have guys that are going to be skating that much because they're just in the right spot at the right time. Okay, there's Colonetti battling over there with Ivkovic, but it's stolen there by Duco. Duco up with it, and he's going to move it to Gruhala. Back for it is Davies for Somerset, and he's going to clear it along the boards. Roush will move it along. Ziegler, big hit there by Colby. Big drive shot. Oh, and it just missed. Colby just missed. That puck just went wide. Another big chance for Serra, and a very lucky play for Somerset here early on, as Serra's looking to grab that 2-goal lead. Roush is going to move it up into the Serra zone, and they're going to chase off. Here's Colby up with it for Serra, and he's been physical here in this first period. Colby going to move it along to Gruhala, but it's taken there. Here's Di Loretto after it, but Manning cleans up his own end, but it's kept in there by Woy. Taken by Ryan Noonan, he clears it out to center. Almost stolen there by Lubash, but it's taken and cleared into the Serra zone, but there's Colby again. Up to Lubash. Lubash, 2-on-2, makes a move. But a good play over there by Billy Hoffman. Moved up. There's Matt Hay. Matt Hay chases it down. And Gillis is going to grab it there for Serra. The quick-moving Gillis. Ray Gillis in over the line. Checked there neatly. And he's pulled down, but nothing called. Looks like the referees are going to let him play on, gentlemen. Shot to the net. Oh, and it's going to be tied up by Wes Kramer. Looks like the refs are going to let him play a little bit out. Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, the physical play of Serra to this point's been the difference. They just have that first line of Somerset out of sync. Ziegler's been knocked on his wallet a couple times, and I think that's their key. That's what they're trying to do, is slow that line down, and they've been very successful doing it to this point. Wes Kramer had to be sharp on that little wrap around the tent there by Lubash. One to Duco. Duco shoots it just wide. Here's Noon up with it. He's going to keep it in, but it's taken there by Colonetti. There's Brett Ziegler. Brett Ziegler, one man back, takes a big drive, and a good save by Timmy Johnson. Ziegler looks like he wants to pick up the physical play now.
Eddie, he's bumped around, but Billy Hoffman keeps it in, moves it down to Ziegler. Ziegler's going to go against big Steve Colby, and he's going to get battered around. But Ivkovic is going to grab it for Serra, and he's just going to get it out of the zone and back to Billy Hoffman. Hoffman up with it. He just clears it off, and it hits his own player. Ziegler up with it for Somerset, and he moves it back to Davies. Davies up to Roush, and he's just going to clear it into the Serra zone. Hoffman back at the point. He's going to let one loose. Takes a shot. Oh, and a good save by Timmy Johnson. Rebound in front. And where's that puck? And Timmy Johnson's going to grab it. Boy, tense moment there for Serra. Good chance for Somerset. Billy Hoffman drove one to the net out.
Yeah, Somerset's starting to pick up the offensive play right now, and they are getting a little more physical. I think they realize they need to stand up to that physical game of Serra's. This is pretty reminiscent to me of a semifinal game a couple years ago when Serra defeated a high-scoring Freeport team, and they did the same thing. They just played a very physical game and kept the crew kid off the board.
Okay, battle in front. Where's that puck? DiLoretto's going to get it. Shoots it to the net. Oh, it just went wide. And here comes Noon. Three-man rush. Here Lubash in over the line. Lubash looking for Manning. Shot to the net. Rebound. Score! Joey Manning tipped it home. And Serra had the 2-0 lead. Heads up play there by Joey Manning.
Just smart, fundamental hockey. Everybody drives to the net. You know, no one skates behind the net. No one skates beyond it. You know, they put the brakes on. They're in position for rebounds. And just basically smart hockey on Serra's part there. Get the puck to the net, drive to the net, be ready for a rebound.
Well, Manning picks up the second goal in a nice little play there. And they switched positions, the Serra forwards, on that 3-on-2, kind of throw a little different wrinkle to them. But the result was Manning was in alone, and he just grabbed that puck and threw it in.
Well, Somerset's been caught in probably about 3 odd-man breaks to this point, and they can't afford to let that keep happening.
Well, Cliff Ziegler's using that last line change. He's trying to get this second line of Serra against his top line.
The Serra Catholic Eagle goal is
DiLoretto will clear it in. And Josh Jones is going to grab it there for Serra.
Assisted by number 22.
Up with its Duco. Duco squares it along the board. That's going to kept right out by Serra. Noon up with it for Serra. And Serra's on all cylinders right now. Somerset looks a little shocked. Here's Hay up with it for Somerset. Hay over the line. Takes a shot into the corner. And Woy's going to be back there for Somerset. But Gillies steps in as they get that top line out there. Good work by Tom Mooney and Eddie Figgis to get their top line back out there to eliminate the line matchup. Shot to the net. Timmy Johnson's just going to move it along, and Ryan Noon. 6:39 remaining here in the first period. Ryan Noon up over the line. Noon in for Serra. Noon has that puck. He's going to swing it around. Moves it to Manning. Manning, good cycle work by Serra. Down to Lubash. Excellent play here by Serra Catholic. They're just having their way here with Somerset. Puck to the net.
Wide open. They need to get that slot covered, Jeff.
Colby lays a big hit on Eddie. And Josh Jones is going to pick it up with 6:14 remaining. And here comes Josh Jones, full head of steam up over the center line. Good skater, Jones. Jones moved the puck to the net. Shot. Oh! And Hoffman's going to grab it there. Good save by Kramer. 5:59 remaining here in the first period. Puck back to Jones, and he's just going to clear it up into the Somerset end. Here's Hoffman up with it. We're going to have a penalty coming up. There's some incidental contact. Billy Hoffman just throws it to the net, and we're going to have our first power play, Al.
Well, this is Somerset's opportunity to get back in the game. Looked like Ziegler was going to the bench, and a Serra Catholic player who was headed to the bench at the same time. They had a little collision there. So Somerset's going to come out on the power play, but they definitely need a goal here. They definitely need it.
Well, and the other thing is they have to establish some type of offense.
Right. Hopefully, you know, they'll take their time. They've got 2 minutes here, get it set up in their end, and move the puck around and try to get the man with the best opportunity at a shot on goal.
Billy Kelly's going to clean up a little administrative duty down in the other end. We had a drop down there, but Gillis is going to step in against Ziegler. Face-off, back to the point. Here's Hoffman. Hoffman's just going to wait and wait and wait. Goes to the net, rush. Oh, what a great save by Timmy Johnson. Oh, he got his glove on that one, Al.
Yeah, great play, big play.
Okay, here's Eddie with a big drive and a save. And Johnson just looks real sharp here. Hoffman's going to keep it in. Here's Eddie with it. Eddie will move it down along. Here's Roush. Roush gets up with it, and he falls down, and Josh Jones is going to get it, and he's going to clear it the length of the ice. 5:16 remaining here in the first period, 1:29 remaining in the penalty.
Well, I think Somerset definitely needs to take their time and get it set up in the end. I mean, at first they did that on that great scoring chance that Johnson made the save on, but then they just kind of threw a puck to the net and lost possession.
Okay, here's Roush down into the Serra end, but Colby's going to get there first. So Stephen Colby play a strong game here for Serra in the first period. Puck moved along. Kept in there by Roush. Back to Davies. Davies up with it. Davies going to drive it to the net. It's blocked there by Joey Manning. And simply moved along by Stephen Colby. Back to Billy Hoffman. Hoffman up with it. Good play there by Gillis. Moves it along. Here's Ryan Noon up with it. Or that's Manning. Manning takes a move. Oh, backhander to the net. Slick little move there by Joe Manning. Manning has really matured into a great player.
He's just been outstanding his whole career, but I mean, you can see right now that he's definitely one of the top guys on the ice.
Okay, here's Colin Eddy, the freshman. Moves to the net. Oh, great poke check by Timmy Johnson. Here's Ziegler up with it. Ziegler has that puck. Moves it over. Colin Eddy, shot to the net. Rebound. Oh, and it's cleared away by Johnson. And we're going to have a penalty call. I didn't see what happened, but referee Norm Voss is going to call interference.
Looks like an interference or a cross check on the back door of the net.
And I think we're going to have a 5-on-3 for 17 seconds. Boy, I thought Serra was going to get that penalty.
Well, that's who did get it.
Yeah, but I thought Somerset would get the penalty. I'm sorry. It looked like the Somerset guy slashed Timmy Johnson, but North Voss saw it another way.
Well, they've got 17 seconds, and I think, you know, obviously they got to get some people in front, try to win this draw back to the point, get some people going to the net and get it to the net.
Okay, DiLoretto has the puck. Here's Colin Eddy playing the point over to DiLoretto. Takes it up. He shoots and scores! Eric DiLoretto on a big drive up over the glove hand of Timmy Johnson. And Somerset's on the board.
And the good thing for Somerset is now they still have 1:54 on the second penalty. So
and that's why we have Al Pawlowski, because he's always observing, and the Somerset fans are on their feet. That's a big momentum for Somerset.
Definitely, it's going to bring this team to life, I think, and just a great play. They won the draw, get people to the net, and a shot that just found the upper shelf.
Okay, 3:56 remaining here. Somerset, I'm beating Doug Heck's ears, the Super Techno's ear here. We'll try to tone it down a little bit. Here comes Serra back.
Assisted by number 10, Matthew Hay, and number 5, Chad Pritz.
Right now, I think, you know, Somerset, Serra's infamous for coming back and scoring quick after they've been scored on. So Somerset needs to make sure they keep Serra off the board here the next couple minutes. You know, not let them get that two-goal lead again.
Okay, here's Roy back for Somerset. Quick little skater, wrists it, and it's blocked there by Noon. Good play by Roy to keep the puck. Roy has it. Josh Jones is going to push him down to the ice. That was Josh Jones, and we're going to have a whistle. 1:28 remaining here in the penalty, and 3:30 remaining here in the first period. Somerset, you know, they moved the puck well. I thought it was real interesting. Cliff Ziegler moved Colin Eddy to the point. He has a lot of confidence in the young freshman.
Well, I think, you know, on the power play, you want somebody back there, you know, who's a little bit of a quarterback, somebody with, you know, the skill to move the puck, find the open man, and, you know, many times that's a forward rather than a defenseman. Okay,
Jones is going to get the puck for Serra, and he's going to clear it the length of the ice. 1:18 remaining in the penalty. Jonathan Davies is back there for Somerset, and he's going to set it up there for Matt Roush. Moves it up to Ziegler. Ziegler just taking his good old time, but Gillis is going to chase him down. Good back checking by Ray Gillis. Puck moved on down behind the Serra net. Here's Colin Eddy up with it. Moves it back to the point to Davies. Davies keeps it in. He's going to drive it to the net. And saved there by Noon. Timmy Johnson's going to grab that puck.
You can hear the Somerset crowd. They're a little bit upset. Ziegler was taken down out at the point. You can't be much further away from the puck or the play than that, and he was definitely taken down, and there was no call made.
Well, you know, like I said, I think the referees want to stay out of this. Dave Donatelli, Norm Foss. Okay, here's Roush is going to be cleared up into the seats. They're going to let these kids play. They're going to make the calls they have to.
And that's what it should be. I mean, in a game like this, you want the players to decide it.
Okay, face off to the left of Timmy Johnson. Brett Ziegler is going to step in there against. Can't quite get that number, but we'll try to get it. That was Gruhala, Steve Gruhala. Here's Ziegler. Ziegler moves it to the net. Strauss shot, save. So now Somerset's starting to get established in that zone. You can see, you know, if you look down the Somerset lineup, Matt Roush, 46 goals. I'm sorry. Yes, 46 goals. Brett Ziegler, 57. Colin Eddy, 40. It reminds me of the Pittsburgh Penguins when they had Stevens and Yager and Lemieux.
Yeah, it's amazing totals for. Oh, he just missed there. Ziegler just missed on the wide side. Those are amazing totals for a high school group.
Okay, shot to the net. Good save by Timmy Johnson. Johnson's been tough here. As Somerset's out shooting Serra 12-9 here in the first period. Ziegler up with it. Good patience. Wrists it to the net. And Timmy Johnson's going to hold on. Oh! And there was a quick whistle on the play. It looks like referee Dave Donatelli lost a puck, but he blew the whistle.
Yeah, that's the rule. You blow the whistle, but I mean the puck was definitely loose. The puck was definitely Timmy Johnson, you know, reached out to try to cover it, and it was definitely loose on the side of the net. Okay. I would hope that with 2 referees that one of them would still be able to see it.
Well, I suggested 6 for next year. I think they need 6 guys just to match the 5 on the ice. Okay, face off to the left of Timmy Johnson, and it's going to be put up. But in Serra's defense, he did lose sight of the puck. It looked like Timmy Johnson had it, and he blew the whistle, and maybe Johnson lets up when he hears that whistle.
Could be. I mean, you know, but obviously the rule is once the whistle blows, the play's over.
Needless to say, no goal. Okay, Eddie's going to step in against Gillis. Face off to the left of Timmy Johnson. 2:11 here in the first period, and 9 seconds remaining in the Colby penalty. Colby's going to come on in 9. Okay, Ziegler's going to grab the puck. He's going to walk to the net, shoots it. Good save by Johnson. He just stands his ground. Colin Eddy up with it. Good play by Jonathan Davies. In front. Oh, and he just missed. Roush. Great backdoor pass by Colin Eddy. Teams are at full strength here. 1:55 remaining in the period. Big kill there by Serra. Here's Ziegler up with it. And the Somerset fans, they're a little happy on Sunday here. As Serra just continues to pound away and play physical. Billy Hoffman back at the point, just shoots it along. Here's Manning up with it. Manning with good speed over the line. Manning makes a move on Chad Prince. Good defensive play by Billy Hoffman. He runs Gillis down. Strong defensive play. Lubash is going to get there for Serra, and it's kept in there nicely by Josh Jones. Here comes Roush. Roush moves it to Hay. Hay with that puck. Diving play by Jones. Hay around him. Makes a move. Oh, and a great defensive play by Colby as he just laid down on the ice.
Yeah, just took the ice away, and that's a great thing for a defenseman to do in that spot because you got to make the perfect saucer pass to get any kind of scoring chance.
Colby's had a strong first period here for Serra, as he always did.
1 minute.
Okay, puck up with it. There's Hay. He moves it along to Roy. Roy has a break. And on Ryan New, takes a shot. And it's gloved aside there by Timmy Johnson. Colby going to clear the puck around. Moved out of there by Gillis. Here's Ziegler up with it. Fresh on. Ziegler's got a full head of steam. Moves it to the line. Ziegler's just going to clear it off. It's kept out of there by Noon, and he's going to clear it out of the zone. And a good bite by Ivkovic just to clear it the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. 2-1 Serra. 16-9 shots in favor of Summers.
You can start to see a change in the momentum here. I mean, this is a game that over the last 5 minutes, it's starting to turn a little bit more Somerset's way. And, you know, I think hopefully they are going to try to build on that as they go into the second period.
But isn't this vintage Serra? Serra, we'll talk about that. We're going to hold that thought. Ziegler's going to step in there against Manning. Puck moved back. Here's Davies up with it. He's going to clear it off the boards. That could have been an offside call. And it doesn't look like the linesman was over on that play. But Noon's going to clear it out of the zone and back into the Somerset zone. 15 remaining here in the period. Billy Hoffman up with it. He's going to move it along to Roush. But Ivkovic is going to get it there, and he's going to do the smart thing. He's just going to move it back into the Somerset zone. Good play there by Philip Ivkovic. Noon will keep the puck, and we're going to have an end to the first period. Good action there, Al. The thought I had there was, isn't this vintage Serra, though? I mean, they're getting outshot. Timmy Johnson is there, and they make the best of their opportunity.
Definitely. They've always been a team that has, you know, lived and died that way, so to speak. They kind of, you know, last year in the Penguin Cup final, they died that way, but, you know, they've won many games in that same fashion. I think, you know, Somerset should be pretty happy with where they are right now. You know, they are changing the momentum their way. and you know they've kind of slowed down the Serra team to a certain point at this time, and you know hopefully they can carry it into the second period.
But isn't it a good job with Serra Catholic, where Serra Catholic, they take the control of the game right away. They knew that Somerset would have the jitters, and they jumped on it.
And that's what an experienced team's going to do. That's what experience does for you when you have a team that's been here so many times like Serra has been. You know, they're going to be told by their coaching staff to do that. Let's, you know, get the jump on this team right from the, you know, opening drop.
And a very experienced group, although John Mooney's not there. And we have to remember, John Mooney was there for 3 state championships. His brother Tommy, Eddie Figgis, Will McElhaney, who joined the staff last year, and let's not forget Bill Colby, who's been with the Serra program for the last few years. Those guys have a lot of experience, and they've really brought, and they keep it settled over on that bench.
Well, you know, John Mooney isn't there, but I mean the philosophy is. I mean, it's still the same philosophy that, you know, they've used to be a successful team over the last number of years, and you know, that's pretty much his coaching staff when you look at it that he's brought in with him. And so, I mean, they're going to play the same game. They're not going to change anything. You know, I think that his legacy's living on, even though he's not on the bench.
Right, and Serra, you know, took a couple penalties there. That's, you know, Mooney was big on the discipline side. I don't know if he's in the building, but, you know, John Mooney always did a great job with Serra. But the Serra legend lives on. Okay, we're back to action here in the second period. Okay, puck. There's Ziegler, shoots at the net. Oh, and it just went wide. Good play there by Timmy Johnson to come out and cut down the angle. In front, Ziegler shot. Oh, and a great save by Johnson. Here's Gillis up with it. He's got to step on Billy Hoffman. Gillis around Hoffman. Going to make that move to the net. Takes the front. Oh, and a great save by Wes Kramer. And he went down and laid his body down and stopped Joey Manning. Oh, good action there.
That's the type of play they're going to need from Kramer. He looked a little tentative early in the game. You know, they got a couple goals on him there earlier in the first period, but, you know, it seems like he's got his skates under him right now, and he's playing with more confidence.
Excellent goaltending at both ends. It's 2-1 Serra Catholic here. 14:31 remaining. Jeff Morrow, Al Pulaski, and the Super Techno, Mr. Doug Heck, is along with us here at the Mellon Arena. Okay, Hayes going to try to move it up along the boards. Good play by Justin Lubash. Just been stronger and stronger as a player for Serra over his career. Gillis makes a little move, and I'm real impressed with Gillis. Here's Manning. Manning moves the net. Oh, and Lubash couldn't handle it. Puck is down into the Somerset zone, and it's picked up there by Chris Park. Oh, shot to the net. It's Park seemed to have lost that puck. Okay, here's DiLoretto. DiLoretto after it for Somerset. One-on-one. Moves it to the net. Shot. And a good, just went wide. Puck along the boards. Josh Jones is going to pick it up there. Good play by Hay to keep it in. There's Roy. Roy with it. Makes the move to the net. Oh, he just shot wide. Puck down behind. Colby's going to get it there for Serra. He clears it along the boards. Good play kept in there by Chad Pritz. Here's Hay. Hay moves it to the net. Shoots. And a good save by Timmy Johnson.
Somerset is definitely picking up the physical play. You know, you could see the defenseman step down there. I believe that was Chris Park. Stepped down, took the body on one of the Serra forwards, enabled them to keep the puck in the zone. So I think, you know, they're going to start to dish out a little bit of what they've been taking so far through this game. And I think they see they need to match up the physical play just as Somerset did.
Haven't seen, I'm going to talk to you in a second about number 43, Eric DiLoretto. Okay, puck's back at the point. Here's Billy Hoffman. Just sets it up, tees it up. Good save by Tim Johnson. Hoffman's going to move it along the boards. It's going to be taken there by Steve Gralla. Good back-checking effort there by Roush. Here's Noon. Noon jumps into the play. Noon has that puck. Stops on a dime. Moves the puck to the net. Good play by Hoffman. Puck moves along. Here's Colinetti. Colinetti gets a step. Makes a shot. Oh, and a good save by Timmy Johnson. Timmy Johnson way out of that crease.
Timmy's always been a goaltender that is not afraid to attack the shooter, come out and take the angle away. So, you know, he does definitely play with a lot of gusto out there and is not afraid to wander away from that net.
Well, I think one of the keys in this game, you know, we talked about Ziegler, Eddie, and Roush, but that second line with Hay, DiLoretto, and Moy is going to have to step up here for something.
And I think that last shift they did exactly that. I think, you know, with a little more physical play from the defensemen, they were able to do that.
Okay, puck down in the Serra end. Going to be cleared all the way up the length of the ice. And with 12:40, we're going to have an icing call here, and it's 20-11 in favor of Somerset.
A little surprised.
Okay, Ziegler takes the face-off, and it's one there. Billy Hoffman back at the point. He'll keep it in for Somerset. Moves it down along. Here's Eddie with it. Shoots it, and he shot it wide. Kept in there nicely by, that's number 11, Davies. Ziegler gets it. Moves it to the net. Back to the point. Here's Hoffman. Somerset seems to have turned it up a notch here. They got Serra penned in their own end. Here's Ziegler, walks in the net, in front of, oh, Eddie, oh, and a great block by Colby. Colby went down and gave up the body.
Yeah, definitely a good play by Colby, or else that could be in the back of the net right now. And then he steps back and takes a big hit on their defenseman. So,
okay, puck's going to be moved back into the Somerset end. 11:56 remaining here, and we got a penalty call, and I'm not sure what the call is.
Charging on Ziegler.
Maybe that's the discipline side of it, Al. I mean, maybe he got goaded a call behind the play.
Well, I mean, it was definitely a check behind the net. You know, that's just going to be a judgment call on the referee right there. I think he did look like he left his feet a little bit when he made the hit into the boards. Possibly that's why they gave him the call.
Okay, big chance for Serra here on the power play. Big chance for Serra here on the power play. They can get some of the momentum of this game back.
Well, this is definitely a key right now for Somerset. They have to kill this penalty. They can't, you know, let Serra get that 2-goal lead. Okay,
Manning's going to step in here to take the face off. Jones is going to get it back to the point over to Noon. Noon walks it down in front. Oh, no! How'd that puck not go in? Colby looked like he had all day in front of that net. There's the puck in front. Oh, it's a big scramble. And it's going to be covered up. Oh, wow. How could Colby? He had a wide open net.
Well, you know, the puck was right in the crease. Looked like all he had to do was tap it in, but there was a Somerset guy there that was basically all over him, so, you know, he didn't give him the chance to do it.
Might have been number 5, Chad Pritch there, the big defense.
Possibly.
I didn't see the play, but what an interesting strategy by Tom Mooney here, moving Colby up front.
Well, I think he wants that big physical guy in front of the net. I mean, Somerset has some big defensemen, so he wants a kid in front of the net with some size that, you know, can occupy them. And
Lubash in front, he scores! Lubash with a little wraparound, and he chipped it up over Wes Kramer, and it's 3-1 Serra.
Well, Wes had his skate on the pipe, but he just flipped the puck right up over it. He's maybe a little bit late getting there.
Okay, I think Justin Lubash is going to get credit for that goal on the wraparound, and he just chipped it up over Wes Kramer, and there's that big goal out.
Yeah, again, you know, this is something Somerset doesn't want to be in, a situation where they're going to be down 2 goals, you know, because the next goal becomes critical. And, you know, obviously if Serra gets that next goal, then you might start to see a separation here. Somerset obviously wants to score the next goal to keep it within 1.
Lubash, Colby and Duco, a power play goal at 3:25.
Okay, referee Dave Donatelli is trying to explain something here, and we're going to have a face-off. That's a huge goal for Serra. Duca going to step in against Ziegler. And the puck cleared in behind the Somerset net. Here's Davies up with it. And Roush is going to get there, and here's Davies up with it. He's going to move it ahead. Oh, and a big hit on the boards there as Brett Ziegler drove Ryan Noon to the ice.
You know, I think he's making a point right now. He's making a point that he's taken some big hits, and, you know, he can dish them out just as well as they can give him. So, again, it was a hit made not after the play. He was right there following up on his check, and, you know, I think he needs to, or he feels that he needs to make a point right now that he's not going to let himself be outmuscled by this Serra team.
Well, and it also might mean that Brett Ziegler sending a message to his team that it's time to start playing hockey.
Again, yeah, he's the captain, and, you know, they're going to follow his lead.
Okay, puck. Serra Catholic with a 3-1 lead. Serra will take all the hits they can get as long as they can move on to the state finals. That's the way this team plays. Okay, Serra going to move that puck along the line. Here's Hoffman. Hoffman's going to clear it into the zone. And a big chase over there. Ziegler, he's throwing the body around now. And Brett Ziegler's taking this game into his own hands. Here comes Ivkovic. He's just moving along, and they're going to have an icing call as it eluded Steve Gruhala. Brett Ziegler is a kid that can play it anyway. He can play it hard, he can score, and he can hit.
Definitely, you know, he's one of the top players in the entire PIHL. He's a kid that can play defense when they need him there. Outstanding at forward, plays both ends of the ice, and you know, even though he looks a little bit slight of build, obviously he's out there and he's able to throw the body around.
Somerset fans let him know, but you know what? They got a long way to climb because this is Serra. Serra likes to get in their heads a little bit, and they have gotten in the heads of Somerset. Okay, face off to the right of Timmy Johnson. And good play by Colby as he just lugs the puck up over the center and clears it back into the zone. Park there. Picked up by Gillis. Gillis going to get that puck. Gillis up with it. Gillis for Serra. Rags the puck in the end. And it's going to be taken by DiLoretto. And it's cleared back to center ice. Puck cleared up into the penalty bench. Now, if you're Serra Catholic, we can't get carried away with the hitting. They have to score some goals out.
Yeah, they don't want to get themselves in a situation where they might take a penalty because, you know, obviously Somerset scored their goal on a power play. So, you know, they want to try to play it even here and, you know, not give them any chances.
And that's the experience with Serra Catholic. They have that composure. They've been here before. These kids know, and they have a lot of calmness over on that bench. And their players are just sit down, they're relaxed, and they look like they're ready to do battle. Okay, Duco, we're back to action. He's going to clear it up into the zone. And then back for it is Davies. Davies going to clear it up off the boards. Move it. Here comes Brett Ziegler. Brett Ziegler up with the puck. 2-on-1. Ziegler in over the line. Oh, and a great defensive play there by Josh Jones. Kept in there nicely by Roush. Roush keeps it down. There's Eddie. Eddie's going to move it to Ziegler. Ziegler moves it out in front. And Gruhala is going to clear.
Well, Somerset has to get a man in that slot. I mean, they obviously have Ziegler who can really work well out of Gretzky's office down there, but you know, he has to have somebody to move the puck to. And that was a perfect example. If they have somebody in the slot right there, you know, perhaps Brett Ziegler can get him the puck and they get a good scoring chance.
Okay, looks like referee Norm Foss is going to wave someone off here, and we had another penalty behind the play. Big opportunity here for Somerset to get back in this game.
Definitely, there's the penalty that you know, Serra didn't want to take. Now that gives Somerset, you know, with those high-scoring men that they have on that team, the chance to have the man advantage.
Okay, puck goes down in the corner. Good play by Colby. Colby, good body position. He moved in, took that puck. Here's Lubash. Lubash back. Lubash with the puck. Moves to the net. Rebound in front. Oh, and a good save by Kramer. Here's Gillis. Gillis with the puck. Gillis just going to rag that puck in the zone. And it's taken away there by Davies, and he's going to clear it up. Noon back for Serra. 9:23 remaining here in the period and 1:30 remaining in the penalty. Billy Hoffman up with it for Somerset, and he's going to clear it around the boards. Hoffman up with it, moves around Lubash, but Lubash is going to stay with him. Puck's up to Roush. Roush moves it along to Hayes. Hay over the line. Hay with that puck. And it's taken out by Serra, and a good play by Ray Gillis to move it out of the zone. Here's Colinetti up with it. 8:56 remaining here in the second period. Boyd's going to get the puck. Hayes going to try to get around him, but a good play there. And there it is again. That looks like number 34, Steve Colby. Colby's caught. It took 4 Somerset players to get it off Colby, but I see Lubash was helping.
Yeah, this game's getting pretty physical right now, and you know, I think both teams, you know, realize that that's the way they're going to have to play it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Justin Lubash. Lubash has been here before. His brother, Jesse Lubash, was an excellent player. He's kind of one of those players that does it all. Kills penalties, good on the power play, an excellent player.
Yeah, I think those top 4 kids for Serra are both, you know, are all, you know, all-around players, both-way players. And, you know, I think that's why they've been so successful with such a small roster, is because they have kids who can do multiple things. They're not, you know, one-dimensional.
Multitasking, if you will, Mr. Pulaski. Okay, puck down in the Serra end. 36 seconds remaining in the penalty. Here's Hay up with it. Hay taken away by Gruhala, but Hay battles on. Good puck possession. Hay walks the puck to the net in front. DiLoretto can't get the puck. Kept in there by Park, shoots it to the net. Good save by Timmy Johnson. Ivkovic trying to battle that puck. It's kept there by Boyd. Boyd moved it to the net. Timmy Johnson's going to hold on. Good work by the Somerset second line.
Yeah, I think, again, Somerset has got to get somebody to stay at home. They got to keep somebody in that slot because Timmy Johnson will give up the rebound every now and then, and they just haven't had anyone there to really, you know, capitalize on it. It looks like we have a Somerset guy going to the box.
And that's a bad penalty. Okay, we on, Mr. Heck? Okay, Mr. Heck says we're on. I think we have an even up call, Mr. Claus.
Coincidental minors.
Okay, no harm done. 8:06 remaining here in the second period. Mr. Doug Heck providing all the color here. Eagles, Eagles, and Eagles we have today. Uh-oh, broken stick there. Gillis lost puck. Here's Ziegler up with it. And he's battled there nicely by Joey Manning. Good defensive effort there by Joey Manning. Puck moves along. Okay, puck along. Even up. The teams are at full strength. Here's Roush. Roush moves it to Ziegler. Ziegler with the puck. Oh, the good backhand checking effort by Josh Jones. Here's Manning up with it. He's just going to hold that puck. Manning, nice and slow, and he just moves it down along the Somerset net. Davies going to grab that puck for Somerset. Moves along to Ziegler. Roush will get it. Moves it up to Colin Eddy. Colin Eddy makes a move at the blue line. Eddy down the slot. Makes a move to the net. In front. Oh, good play by the Serra defenseman. He just lay down in front of the puck until Timmy Johnson got back in position. Pritz is going to get there first for Somerset. Moves it along to Roush. Roush up with it. And it's taken away there. Good play by Serra and cleared out of the zone. 7:07 remaining here in the second period. Billy Hoffman up with it for Somerset. Moves it along. Good back checking by Philip Ivkovic. Serra's going to just get that puck and they're going to move it up the center ice. There's Justin Lubash. I'm reliving here, Al, a little bit. Okay, Manning's going to get it, and he's just going to dump it away into the Somerset zone. And here goes Serra Catholic, has played smart hockey now.
Again, yeah, they have the 2-goal lead. Just keep dumping it in and see if they can get Somerset to make an error.
Okay, up with it. And that's moved ahead there by Pritz. And that's number 47. We've got to get a number on that as he sees his first action. Raymond Flower for Somerset. And Somerset was almost just gone with 2 lines here today. Here's Jones up with it. Jones moves it along to Duco. Duco's just going to chip it away into the Somerset zone. Good play by Duco. Picked up there by Woy, and Woy's going to chip it along and back into center ice. Big collision there at center ice. Pritz up with it for Somerset. Going to move it back into the Serra line. That's just what they want. And it's cleared the length of the ice, and we're going to have an icing call. That was a little bit of an interesting play by Colby there. He could have tried to get that up over center ice.
Yeah, and now they're getting a face-off in their own end, which, you know, is always or could always end up being a goal for a good scoring chance for the other team. Right now, Serra just seems to be taking away all the ice. They're not giving Somerset much time and space whatsoever.
Okay, puck into the Serra zone. Kept there by Colin Eddy. Good-looking young freshman player for Somerset. Puck moves along. Billy Hoffman will get it. He's going to drive it to the net. Oh, and a good save by Johnson. Roush throws it to the net. Oh, and it had a chance. Gillis is going to get there first for Serra, and he's just going to clear it out of the zone. Good play by Ray Gillis. Here's Lubash. Lubash intercepts that puck. Walks it down the slot. Takes a wrist shot, and it went wide. Hoffman will move it around the boards. Up with it is Roush. Roush moves that puck ahead, and a little bit too far for Brett Ziegler, and Timmy Johnson's just going to clear the puck. Now, if you're Somerset, Al, you know, 25-15 the shots here in favor of Somerset, but Serra seems to be lulling them into their game plan.
Well, I think, you know, obviously Somerset's been throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Timmy Johnson, and, you know, they've given up some odd man breaks because they have gotten guys deep in the zone, and, you know, that's led to a couple goals on them. But, you know, Serra does have that effect on teams. They will, like you say, lull you into a sense of confidence and then, you know, light up the scoreboard.
Okay, puck to the point. Pritz, and Pritz can't tee it up. Pritz is going to clear it off the zone, and we're going to have an offside call. Boy, I was surprised. Okay, 5:04 remaining here in the second period. Here's DiLoretto. DiLoretto shoots it to the net. And he's been the only scorer here today for Somerset. Big play there by Timmy Johnson. He tips the puck in the corner. Boyd's going to throw it to the net, but Josh Jones is going to pick up that loose puck, and he's just going to clear it out of the zone. Good, smart defensive play there by Serra Catholic. And now we're going to have the intentional offside. It seems to me as if they're programmed now, Serra Catholic, when in doubt, get it out.
It's always the safe play, and you know they don't need to make anything happen. They have a 2-goal lead here. All they have to do is keep playing smart in their own end, clear the zone as quick as they can, and hopefully get it up to their forwards to make something happen. So they're in a position right now. They don't have to take chances.
Well, weren't we here last year? We were here last year, Westmont. This was the same predicament.
Exactly.
Okay. Here's Duco. Duco just gets the puck and he puts it down behind the Serra net. Pritz up with it there and is met by Gruhala. And a good play there by Park. Back to the point to Jones. And run like a pinball. Park, good play by Jones to just keep it in. Serra's going to get that puck. Now Somerset up over the center line. And a good play there by Chris Park to get it in behind the Serra net. But Gruhala is going to pick it up there and lug it out of the zone. Gets it up over center ice and clears it in. Taken there by Davies. Davies moves it along, but a good play by Colby as he just broke up the play. Here comes Hay. Hay. And not more good defensive back checking by Ivkovic. Okay, Lubash one-on-one against Davey. Lubash makes that move. Good play by Davey, but Lubash gets it. Oh, and a good play by Davey just to stand him up. Noon will clear it off the board over to Gillis. Gillis, that quick forward, moves it over to Manning. Manning tries to sidestep Davey, but Davey will have none of it. Real impressed with Davey here in this second period. Serra Catholic has that puck. They're going to try to move it to the point. Good work by Lubash. He just drags it along. Here's Manning. Manning just holds the puck, and he'll hold it down there for the rest of this period if he can. And it's cleared up out of zone. And Noon's just going to move it along. Good play by Roy to back check. Roy has a little room. Roy in over the line, takes a shot. It just went wide. There's Roy, throws it back out in front. And Lubash is going to get it. Good play by Serra. Moved up to Gillis. Gillis over to Manning. Manning has a step. He has a step around Billy Hoffman. And Hoffman's going to close on him. And a good save by Kramer. Good play by Billy Hoffman to step out and make sure that Manning didn't get to the inside.
Yeah, he drove him wide to, take his shot percentage down as far as a good shot, and Wes Kramer is in the right spot.
Okay, 25-16, 2:49 remaining here, and Somerset needs to make something happen here in this period. 3-1 in favor of Serra. Face off to the left of Wes Kramer. Up with it is Billy Hoffman. He's just going to get it out of the zone and up over to center ice. Colby's just going to move it along. The tip there by Roush. Good play by Davey. Move it along. Here comes Roush. Roush is going to step around the D. Takes a slap shot. Timmy Johnson stepped 20 feet out of the net to make the save. Good play by Davey to keep it in, but Gruhala is going to get there first. He's just going to lug it over center. Gruhala walks it into the zone. Takes a wrist shot, and it's blocked there by Billy Hoffman. Ivkovic behind the net. Shoots it in front. Here's Ivkovic, got that, takes a weak little backhander, but a good play there by Billy Hoffman as he blocked the puck. Hoffman gonna lug it up over center, moves it along. Tried to get it there to Colin Eddy. Hoffman steals the puck in the zone. Hoffman shoots it in front. Good play by Hoffman. Here's Roy. Roy's gonna clear it down behind the net. Over to Eddy. Eddy's just gonna clear it in front, but Colby's gonna get there first. Ziegler up with it. Ziegler moves it back to Billy Hoffman. Winds up, taking a big slap shot, and a good block by Philip Ivkovic. Good play by Ivkovic.
Definitely, and you can see Serra does not give you time for that big wind-up.
Here's Ziegler. Ziegler into the Serra zone, moves it out in front of the net. Good back-checking effort there. Here's, Roy has it. He's going to turn. He shoots. Oh, and it just went wide. Colby's going to get it, and he just clears it up the center. And Gillis is going to try to beat Billy Hoffman, but Billy will have none of that. Lubash picks it up for Serra. Good work by Lubash.
I think if Roy would have turned and taken the quick shot there, he may have caught Timmy Johnson off guard, but he just took a little too long to see if he had any other options.
Lubash tries to the net. Oh, the shot. Here's Jones. Jones clears it down behind the Somerset net. 1:09 remaining here in the second period. This is when Serra's real dangerous late in this period. Hay up with it. Hay skates it up over center. 2-on-2.
1 minute remaining in the
We're
period.
down to a minute. Hay moves it in the slot, and he's met there by the whole Serra band and team.
Well, it looks like Somerset was making a change there, and they only had one man going into the zone.
Okay, good play by Manning. He just dumps it into the Serra zone. 45 seconds remaining. Somerset got a chance for a couple more rushes here. DiLoretto up with it. DiLoretto's just going to grab the puck, and he's going to get it up over center and into the zone. Matt Hay going to get there first for Somerset. Good play to keep it in. Duco going to clear it around. It's kept in there by Pritz. Good anticipation by Pritz. But there's Colby. Colby's going to clear it around. Kept in by Pritz. Pritz up with it. Taken there by Eddie. Eddie walked to the net in front. Good poke check there by Timmy Johnson. There's a big battle there in front of the net. Johnson, we're down to 10 seconds. There's DiLoretto over the line. Takes a shot. And Johnson just clears it right to the front of the net. Looks like the period's going to end here. Here's Pritz. Pritz with the puck on the net. And Johnson's just going to hang on. Johnson he looked as cool as a cucumber back.
Yeah, that's experience for you. I mean, he's been to 4 of these Penguin Cup finals, so he's not going to be a player who gets flustered at things that happen on the ice.
Okay, Jeff Morrow along with Al Pawlowski. We're going to come back and give you the third period action. We're going to have a very special guest here, Ed Riddy from Radnor, coming up next. The score at the end of 2 periods, Serra 3, Somerset 1.